Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my February 2022 budget recap. February, the month of love, was an interesting month in terms of the stock market, with everything that's going on. In terms of my spending, I was pretty good. I did have a really good month. I want to say I set goals that I accomplished. I will link my goals video up above and in the description bar below. I accomplished all my goals, and I started questioning whether the goals were too easy or maybe I need to start setting goals that scare me and stuff like that. So February overall for me was a pretty good month. So I do have my trusted laptop here with me. I will be walking you through my budget tracker, where I'll be explaining where all my money went, how much I made, how much I brought in the month of February, where I spent that money and stuff like that. So if you like the template that you'll be seeing on the screen shortly, you can purchase this for yourself from my Etsy shop. I always have the link in all of my videos in the description bar below. So let's begin the video. I'll start the screen record now. Okay, so on the screen now, you should be able to see my tracker that, like I said, you can purchase from my Etsy shop. So starting off first with the income section, so I blocked this out for privacy reasons. So I thought I was going to bring in 6,550. I ended up bringing in 7,432 and 90 pence. I follow a zero-based budgeting approach, which just means that my income minus my expenses equals zero. This does not mean my bank account is zero. It just means that every single dollar, every single pound is allocated a job. And some of, one of the jobs can be staying in the bank account as carryover money for the next month. So that's what it means. So as you can see here, it's 0, 0, which means I did allocate all of my money to my various financial goals, to my various expenditures as well. Moving on to the first section, which is the savings and investment. This is what I call the pay yourself first. This is very important concept, which says that you should make sure you prioritize your financial goals before you start paying all of your bills. But you will only be able to know how much you can afford to send your investments to your savings account when you have budgeted everything, when you understand how much comes in, how much goes out, and then you can work out from there. We're not saying go in blindly and just say, okay, I get paid £3,000, $3,000. I'm gonna send 1,500 towards my pay myself first section, when you actually don't know what the rest of your bills are. No, we're saying look at everything, then calculate from that what can you send towards your financial goals. So for my savings and investment, I'll start off with my saving and sinking funds. Sinking funds, I wanted to send 850. I sent 1,556 and 59 pence. Plum Savings, so this is an app that I absolutely love and use every single month. I thought it was going to help me save at least £65. It helped me save 259 and 22 pence. So this app is connected to my bank, that where my salary is paid and where the majority of my bills are taken from, and then it helps me round up all of that spending and then saves the money for me. 52-week challenge, £1 a day savings challenge, £5 a week savings challenge. All of these, what I planned to add in is exactly what I sent. Then I also do roundups. Personally, I love to do that. Even though the app does it for me, I also enjoy doing it myself, but I've decided moving forward I'm just going to leave the app to do its thing and not interfere. So for the month of February, I was able to round up £9.21. So overall, I thought I was going to send 1,005 pounds towards my saving and sinking fund. I ended up sending 1,915 and 2 pence, which is 26% of my overall income, which I'm really happy about. If we move to a month ahead, so for me, the way my pay period works is I get paid in the middle of the month, but all of my bills come out the beginning of the month. This is a choice that I made, and I'm going to share a video next week. I'll film it this week. I'll share it next week, where I talk about which is the best way for you to budget. Okay, so what I do is get paid in the middle of the month, but my bills come out the first day or the first 2 days of the new month, and so I always keep money for that very purpose. So, and I call it month ahead. So my month ahead, when I look at all of my bills, all of them come up to approximately 1,850, but I'm sending, January I was able to send 1,900 plus, and even the month of February I sent over 1,900 towards my bills for the month of March, which is again another 26% to of my overall income. Then if we move to my investments, so even with everything that's happening with the market, I am still investing because I'm a long-term investor. I'm not really too concerned about what's happening with the market because this happens all the time. Crashes happen all the time, and then the stock market does bounce back up. For those of us who are long-term investors, this is a perfect time. It's like having a sale. Okay, so you go in there, buy the same funds, index funds, ETFs, stocks that you normally buy at a discounted price, because once the stock market bounces up, you'll be in the green because it would have bounced back up. But this is not financial advice. I'm just saying what I do. So for my investment, Vanguard ISA, I have my ISA with Vanguard, so individual savings account. I planned to send £600. I ended up sending 625 and 69 pence, just trying to make use of the fact that the market was down and I wanted to buy some more index funds. For my pension, which is my private pension with Vanguard, I always budget £100, and that's exactly what I sent. Then general investment accounts, so these so the ISA is tax efficient. General investments account, not so much. I think after you surpass a threshold of £2,000 for your dividends, you have to then start paying tax on top of that. So for these ones, I am not heavily investing in them. I'm focusing on the ISA. For the ISA, we have at least 20,000 pounds a year that we can add in tax-free. Obviously, this is your post-tax money. And then for your pension, you have about 40k that you can add in before tax and all of that. So it's all good to know what tax efficient vehicles are out there for your investing. So for my general investment, I thought I was going to add £100. I ended up adding £95 and 47 pence. This is just how things worked out for me. So instead of sending 800, I sent 821 and 16 pence, which is 11% of my overall income. My goal for 2022 is to ensure I am sending at least 15% of my overall income towards my investments, and I'm working on this slowly but surely. So for the total pay yourself first section, I planned to send 3,655, and please bear in mind this includes my month ahead. I ended up sending 4,636 and 18 pence, which is 62% of my overall income, which I'm very happy about because I'm spending just under 40% towards my my expenditures and my living my life the way I want kind of expenditures. So this is really good. So if we move over now to my fixed expenses, I do have quite a lot of fixed expenditures purely because I also include my rental property in here, so it just all adds up. But moving forward, you'll be seeing a reduction in some of my expenditures because I think I've spoken about this before. My goal is to pay for the bills that I can pay for annually, pay them off completely, and all I'll be doing is focusing on saving for them to pay again annually in the new year. So that is my plan, and I think in the next 3 to 4 months as they come up for renewal, you will see that I'll just be getting rid of them, pay for the whole year, start putting money in my sinking funds to make sure that I'm saving up enough to cover next year's premiums when they come up for renewal. So when it comes to my home expenses, so this is my mortgage, council tax, utilities, my water, my window cleaner, house cleaner, TV license, all of this I budget. It should cost me around £930, but I only spent 912 and 37 pence. This is because I did not have a house cleaner or window cleaner for the month of February. I do have a window cleaner coming in the month of March, so you'll be seeing a charge for that, and I'm hoping next month you won't see a charge for TV license because I am hoping to pay that off for the year, but we shall see if I can do it in March because the actual renewal is in April, but we shall see how that works out. Then when I go to my rental home expenses, so again, my rental property self-funds itself. So the amount that I get in rental income, I subtract all of these expenses that you can see here, and then I do have a bit of leftover that I send to my savings. So even though I included here, I'm not actually using my like my 9 to 5 or my side hustle income. It actually pays for itself. It's self-funding in my eyes, and it gives me a good profit from that. So I thought I was going to spend £600. I ended up spending 561 and 84 pence because I really did not have any miscellaneous expenditures. Then moving to insurance. So for insurance for my main home, my buildings and contents insurance, travel, income protection, life insurance, all of that I budgeted about £212. I spent 210 and 37 pence. Recreation, so this is my Netflix, Now TV, Disney Plus, my internet, all of that, £62 in total, and I spent £60 97 pence. My health and lifestyle, so this is for the gym because obviously I've paused Peloton, but you'll see Peloton in my March budget recap. Even my mid-month budget check-in, you'll see it there. So for my gym, 37 is what I budgeted. It's actually 36.99. Then when we move to personal spending, like I say, for me, my budget, very important to have fun, and you can consider recreation, my gym, as part of my fun, but I take it a little bit extra than that. So I have my cell phones here, beauty, shopping, personal growth. All of this I budget £194, and I spent 212 and 10 pence because I did a little bit more shopping. I went to Belfast, so I did a little bit more unplanned shopping. I always buy something at the airport. I always do. Like, I love buying all of my perfumes at the airport. I don't even know why, but that's what I did. And yeah, so I went over budget a little bit there. Tithe and giving. I'm a Christian. I believe in giving. So I budgeted 500, and that's how much. I actually sent a little bit more than what I planned to send, which again, great. I love that I was able to afford that. If we go to my variable expenses, so my food category, this was a concern for me in January, but I'm glad to report that I budgeted 200. I spent less than that, 136 and 87 pence. Then we move to miscellaneous. Again, with miscellaneous, I budgeted 70. I only spent 57 and 95 pence, which is great. Then we move to transportation. I budgeted 90. I'm glad to say I only spent 57 and 46 pence. So total for my variable expenses was 360. I actually spent 252 and 28 pence. So for variable expenses in total is only 3% of my overall income. With respect to my fixed expenses, it's 34% of my overall income. I would like this number to go down, but I think it will go down if I removed things like my tithe and giving and moved it somewhere else. But it's okay. I like keeping it there. So I'm all balanced out. I follow a zero-based approach, and I honestly think February went really well. I'm very happy. I had 17 no spend days. That has never happened for me. At least this, for the month of February, I was very conscious about my spending, watching everything and what have you. So I think that had a lot to do with that, especially my food budget was reduced. The overspending was due to my holiday, and it wasn't even too much whatsoever. But like I always say in my videos, whenever I overspend in one category, I make sure in another I do not. So this is exactly what happened for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.